Today we are discussing the reducing nature, hydrides and solutions of liquid ammonia for alkali metals. You already know, students, that alkali metals act as strong reducing agents. They are having strong reducing nature because the alkali metals have very low ionization enthalpy. The ionization enthalpy is very low, therefore they will easily lose an electron, and since they can give electron, they are getting oxidized, therefore they will act as a reducing agent. The important point is that if I consider lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, the ionization energies are decreasing, but lithium is the strongest reducing agent in aqueous medium. But I am trying to say the standard value of the lithium, electrode potential value of the lithium is the minus 3.04 volt, most negative. The most negative value of lithium shows that it can lose the electron more readily in aqueous solution. Now students, when we talk of the electrode potential values, it depends on three things. The E naught values depends on three things. First is the atomization or sublimation. This is our sublimation enthalpy. This is positive, this value is positive, and then what we have is ionization enthalpy, delta ionization enthalpy. This is also positive. Number 1, number 2, number 3, these ions get hydrated when they go in water. So aqueous, what will happen? That they will get hydrated to form aqueous ions, hydrated ions. This value is negative, students. So the electrode potential values which we have shown here, it depends on these three things. As you can see that this value is very high for lithium, this value is also high for lithium because it is having a small size, but the hydration enthalpy of Li plus is the highest. So due to exceptionally high hydration enthalpy of the small lithium cation, the value of the E naught for lithium is minus 3.04, and lithium becomes the strongest reducing agent. Due to in aqueous medium, due to highest hydration enthalpy. But interesting thing, you know, students, when we put lithium in water, it reacts slower. It reacts slower than other alkali metals. If you put lithium in water, the evolution of hydrogen is slow. If you put sodium, it is faster. If you put potassium, it is more faster. That means the reactivity order with water increases down the group. The reason here is that the rate determining step, students, are the first delta sublimation and delta ionization enthalpy. These are the rate determining step. Whereas the electrode potential value was decided by the hydration enthalpy of the lithium, it became the strongest reducing agent. But these values are higher for lithium. Therefore, kinetically the reaction of lithium with water is slow. We are saying kinetically the reaction of lithium with water is slower than other alkali metals. than other. Due to these two, because this and this value for lithium sublimation enthalpy as well as the ionization enthalpy of lithium is larger because of the smaller size of the lithium. Therefore, the reaction of lithium with water is slow, but lithium is the strongest reducing agent due to highest hydration enthalpy. Very important point which we have told you. And for other element, the order of reducing nature is very clear. Order of reducing nature. So what we find, lithium is the highest. Lithium has more. After that, what will happen? This is the highest. And after that, they will follow the trend as we go down the group. The ionization enthalpy will increase. So you have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So the cesium will have the highest value of the E naught after lithium. So we can say that after lithium comes cesium, then rubidium, then potassium, then sodium. So this is the exception in terms of the reducing nature in water. But the reaction is slower as we have told you in this case. So this is about the reducing nature of the alkali metals. Second, let us see what are the hydrides of the alkali metals. Hydrides. What are hydrides? Hydrides are those in which you have H minus ion. H minus ion. That means hydrogen gains an electron to form H minus. They are called hydrides. So here the oxidation state of hydrogen is -1. Oxidation state of hydrogen is -1. In general, you already know that oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, but here hydrogen is gaining an electron, so it is forming an hydride ion H minus. These are ionic and have high melting point solids, and you want to prepare them. They can be easily prepared when you react metal plus hydrogen. They will form metal hydrides. For lithium, you need higher temperature, 1073 Kelvin to form lithium hydride, because lithium is smaller in size. For example, for sodium, you will need 673 Kelvin to form sodium hydride. So here, students, as you go down, it is easier to form the hydrides. So potassium, rubidium, cesium, they will form at 673 Kelvin the hydrides. What is happening? That these hydrides, they are ionic. Hydrides are ionic, and the ionic character decreases down the group, because the size of cation is increasing. The lattice enthalpies decrease down the group, because the force of attraction between M plus ions and H minus will decrease down the group. Therefore, what is happening? The ionic force is becoming weaker and ionic character decreases. Lattice enthalpy decreases down the group. Ionic character as well as lattice enthalpy decreases down the group. They decrease. So it is decreases down the group. Students, this hydrides act as good reducing agents. You know that these hydrides act as reducing agents. because they can provide hydrogen. They can provide hydrogen. They can liberate hydrogen, and they can act as a reducing agents. Further, what is important about these hydrides is if we do the electrolysis, then they will liberate hydrogen gas at anode. Very important point. This proves that you have M plus and H minus ions, because in electrolysis M plus will move towards the this is cation will move towards the cathode and will get reduced, and an ion H minus will move toward the anode during the electrolysis. So what it will give us? Hydrogen gas and electron. The liberation of hydrogen gas at the anode proves the form that these are having H minus ions. These hydrides have negative charge, so they will liberate hydrogen at the anode. So we can see that further these hydrides react. These hydrides are going to react with substance, with solvents or with reagents which can provide H plus. And if they will provide H plus, what is the result of this? You are getting MOH and hydrogen gas. So they will liberate hydrogen gas when they will react with water, and you further know M plus H minus when it reacts with alcohol, you are going to get ROM and hydrogen gas. You know about sodium alkoxide, and H plus you can get C2H5OH. The result is C2H5ONA plus H2. You know that this reagent is used a lot in the organic chemistry, sodium alkoxide. Here also you know that they are acting as a reducing agent. You are also aware of lithium aluminium hydride and sodium borohydride. They are used as strong reducing agents in organic chemistry. Strong reducing agents in organic chemistry. So they find great applications. These hydrides find great application. With the metal ion, they form lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride. They have been used as strong reducing agent in the organic chemistry. So this is all we have to talk about the hydrides. Let us see now the third important point: the solutions of alkali metals in liquid ammonia. Students, they form highly conducting blue colored solution in liquid ammonia. What is happening? That this is my metal, this is reacting with ammonia, liquid ammonia. I am saying liquid ammonia. The result is M plus, and you are having ammoniated ammonia here, and you are having electrons and NH3X. So you are having, these are called ammoniated electrons. Ammoniated electrons are formed, and ammoniated metal ions are formed, and what is the result of this? The solution becomes paramagnetic, and these electrons are making it conducting, and further what will happen? They can absorb light. These electrons can absorb light in the visible region, and hence will get excited, and the transmitted light is blue in color. So they give blue color because they can absorb light in the visible region. But what happens is when the concentration is increased or on long standing, what happens that these you have ammonia, which is metal ions and ammonia, and you have these electrons with the ammonia, and on long standing what will happen? That the metals will react with the ammonia. Metal amides will be formed. Metal amine will be formed in the solution, which are again ammoniated, and the result of this is that hydrogen gas will be liquefied. So when we increase the concentration or leave it for a longer period of time, the blue color changes to bronze, and these electrons form clusters of the ammoniated electrons with opposite spins. Hence they become diamagnetic. What is happening? What we are trying to say, that the conducting solutions or the ammoniated electrons, you have ammoniated NH3 ammoniated solutions, and they will react with opposite spin clusters. Opposite spin clusters will be formed. The result is that there is a pairing of these opposite clusters. So opposite clusters are what is happening? They are pairing up, or a type of clusters. What we are saying, clusters of opposite spins are being formed. The result is the solution will become diamagnetic, and the color will become bronze. So, okay, students, this is all about the alkali metals, liquid ammonia solutions. I will discuss in my next lecture the anomalous behavior of the first alkali metal, which is lithium.